I can't wait to get outsourcing again, man. I tell you, I'm itching to go to the bins. Howdy y'all, my name is Gretchen and I'm the Restless Thrifter, and I'm going to talk about my sales the last full week of January, which was January 22nd through 28th. It wasn't the greatest week, and it was no one's fault but my own. I just haven't been able to list as much, and I'll get a little bit into that here after a while. But first, let me introduce myself. I am a full-time reseller on eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. I pick up things at thrift stores, the Goodwill outlet, and I sell them online for a profit. And I really enjoy doing it. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of work. I know some folks may look at it as easy work, but there is a lot that goes into it. And lately, I just have not been able to do as much because I have been dealing with a major flare-up of one of my autoimmune diseases, and it just has me, it has slowed me down a lot. I am now having to use a walker to get around my house. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm not sleeping, and I'm waiting for my new medication. I'm waiting for it to arrive right now. UPS should be delivering it. I had a problem with my insurance approving it. They declined it 3 different times. Finally, they're approving it, and it's on its way. It will take a good 6 weeks probably to start to see the effects of it. Hopefully sooner though, because I gotta tell you, it's no bueno. I am not enjoying life, and that's putting it, that's an understatement for sure. I am learning what an ableist world this is, and that I have enjoyed for most of my life. I've had rheumatoid arthritis or been diagnosed since I was in my 20s. And when I was diagnosed, it was bad, but we got it under control fairly quickly, like within that year. And then I was fortunate that the medications that I was on, they worked for me for a very long time until they didn't. And so now I've been kind of bouncing around from biologic to biologic, trying to find one that will really work. And last year was a very stressful year. You can go back and watch my other videos if you want to learn more about that, but it was a stressful and sad year. And I was actually dealing with some other autoimmune issues that were controlling my life. And now that I've gotten that under control, RA is back. I also got a handicap parking permit for the first time in my life. I haven't used it yet because I haven't left my house. I'm learning what it's like to not be an able-bodied person in this ableist world. And when I have come across handicap doors that are broken and things like that, it's been very frustrating. So it's a temporary situation. I'm telling myself that because there are a lot of good medications out there. I'm not afraid to try them, and we're going to find one that works. So it's a temporary setback for me. I'll show a chart here. You can see how my sales have declined in January. This was actually a really great month, and I'm going to talk about that more in another video, but this was a great month. It just got, it declined because the amount of work I was putting into it, like the number of listings and relistings and sourcing and all of that had to decline because my health was declining. So if you wonder why I share all of this information with you, I like to be an open book. It's also, you know, I feel like we can all learn from each other and our conditions and what goes on in our world, because I know every person out there is dealing with something, either a health issue of their own or a family member, or, you know, some sort of hardship that they're undergoing. And, you know, if you're not, count your blessings. That's all I gotta say on that. Okay, so we're going to get into the sales update. I go over 3 categories: top 10 sales by profit, fast flips, so anything that sold within 14 days or less, and lessons learned. I just go over a couple of things that I sold this week that I learned something, and usually it's that I wouldn't pick that up again. I also read off to you my titles so you can hear the keywords that I'm using. I'll maybe talk a little bit about the listings and how it sold, like whether it was through a sale or an offer or promoted listing. Actually, I didn't make note of any of this, whether it was a promoted listing, but I will tell you this. I only promote my items on eBay after they've been for sale for 7 days or more. And then I'll promote them at I promote them pretty high, between 10 and 15%. And that means that they show up at the top of the search results and are more likely to get clicks. It also means that you pay more in fees, but to me, it's been worth it. And then I also talked to you about the price sold, my cost of goods, and my profit. The week we're talking about, I only sold 34 things. I only had 34 sales. That's pretty low. On average, everything took 100 days to sell. That's good. I like to keep it below 100. Within 3 months is even better. My average price sold was $30.86. My average cost of goods was $4.86. I like to keep that below $5. And my average profit per item was $16.09, so a little bit lower. Okay, so the first of my top 10 sales by profit in reverse order is this Sheryl Crow unisex size large tour 2003 T M&O knits t-shirt concerts vintage Y2K. Took 20 days to sell on eBay through a customer offer. I had it listed for $57, which is a weird number. I don't know where I got that. And a customer offered me $35. I probably should have countered, probably could have gotten more, but I knew this week was going to be low in sales, so I wanted to make some sales. With shipping, it sold for $40.17. I had paid $5.03, which was my average cost of goods in a Jomar box. Yes, I'm still talking about Jomar, even though Jomar is no longer around, because I am still listing things from those boxes. This was one of the better things from the box, but I still sat on it for a long time, finally sold. It sold quickly, but I finally got it listed, and my profit was $21.09. The next is a vintage 80s Denver Nuggets tank top, Dan Issel, signed retired jersey, number 44, Coca-Cola. This was really cool. I don't know anything about these types of things. I saw nothing like this online. I had it listed for $50, which I think I had it listed for a lot more at first. And through a customer offer, counter offer situation, we landed at $30. It did sell on Poshmark after 106 days. I'd only paid $2.16. My profit was $21.84. The next sale, I have never seen this brand before or since, and it's called Boob Designs. Boob, B-O-O-B. Size medium, nursing dress, postpartum, breastfeeding, bird long sleeve. This was a nursing dress. So the way it crossed in the front, you could pop a boob out and feed your baby. It was a really pretty dress and nice quality, but it did take 242 days to sell. So I'm guessing people don't know about this brand or are not looking for it. Maybe it's not around anymore. Sold through a Posher VA offer. Sold for $36. My cost of goods was $4, and my profit was $23.08. I got this when I was in Durango, Colorado, at the Methodist thrift store. I was on a thrifting trip, and I remember looking it up and seeing that it comped well, but I guess it just didn't have a high sell-through rate. Next item is this Sorel men's size 9 bare snow boots, rubber black, heavy-duty winter, and then I have, I think, the style number, NM1020-010. I don't know how helpful that style number was, but this sold in 17 days on eBay. It had actually sold quicker on Poshmark, but I had to cancel the order because these weighed over 8 pounds. And Poshmark requires that you upgrade the shipping label if it weighs over 5 pounds. And so it was going to cost me way too much. And I had paid $16 for these. So I canceled, I apologized, and then someone bought them for $53.61 on eBay. I had them listed for, let me back up. A customer offered me $53.61. I had them listed for $60. So with shipping, they sold for $70. I had paid $16 and my profit was $24.03. Sorel boots are good to pick up, but you do have to be careful on that weight. The next sale was Figs size medium scrub set, dark harbor blue, Casma 3-pocket top Yola skinny pants. This was a top and bottom. Sold in 12 days on Mercari through a customer offer of $44, which I had listed for $55, and my cost of goods for the two together was $12. My profit was $25.82. And you'll see a couple of more Figs sales in here. I came across a big bunch of these at Goodwill on two different trips actually, but I think they belonged to the same person. although some were mediums and some were smalls. So perhaps not. Next item is like, I can't believe this thing sold for as much as it did. Aviator Nation Youth Size 12 hoodie, sweatshirt, Aspen, Colorado, green, flaws in all caps. So this had discoloration, this had stains, this had any holes. It was missing the hoodie string. But this brand retails for a lot. It has a high sell-through rate, great comps. When I found this at the bins, it seemed like somebody else had thrown it back, probably because of all the flaws, but I'm like, I'm so excited. I've never seen this brand before. So I picked it up. It has a $50 ASP and 67% sell-through rate on kids' hoodies. Sold same day on Mercari. I know I'm like, drum roll, it only sold for $36, but still, that's great for a flawed hoodie, right? I had it listed for $40. They offered $36. I accepted. I sent her a message and said, "Do you see all the flaws, right?" And she said, yes. She was excited. She was going to put like cute little patches on it or something. And honestly, even with the flaws, it was in great condition. I think in my listing, I said something like, you know, a hoodie you won't be afraid your kids to play in or something. I paid $1.06. That was my average cost of goods at the bins that day, and my profit was $29.80. Next in my top 10 sales is a City Chic plus size 16 midi dress Sassy V Night Bloom Flex Fit Tulip Hem Party. This sold in 111 days on Poshmark through a customer offer of $40. I had it listed at $66. My cost of goods was $1.70 and my profit was $30.30. And then the next sale, Vince, size medium, lamb leather, moto jacket, sage tan, mixed media, knit, soft, distressed. Super duper soft. I mean, it's made of lamb, which now that I think about it is kind of sad. But it sold in 51 days on eBay for a customer offer of $55, and I had it listed at $75. With shipping, it sold for $62.53. My cost of goods was only $5.43. I'm shocked. And my profit was $33.93. And the reason I'm shocked is because this was from a place called Mile High Thrift, and they mark up a lot of things. I would think they would mark up leather and Vince for sure, but it wasn't marked up high, so yay me. And the damage to the lamb had already been done. Do you hear the lamb's clarice? All right, my next to last in my top 10 is the Scottish Kilt Pure New Wool 32-34 waist, plaid, tartan, pleated, with pin, adjustable. Sold in 3 days on eBay through a customer accepted my offer of $42.88. I always end in 88 cents just so I know that it was an offer I had sent. With shipping, that was $54.85. I had paid $1.06 at the bins that day, and my profit was $35.03. So kilts, look for them. And my best sale for the week was this Jerry Vintage 80s, size extra large, Yosemite Sam vest, goose down, puffer, reversible, snow. Really cool vest. I think somebody had added the Yosemite Sam patch to it. It was reversible, so you could wear it either blue or green side, although obviously the patch was only on one side. It sold in 155 days on eBay through a customer offer of $60. I had it listed for $99. I really was hoping I could get more for it, but after 155 days, I was like, all right, I'll let it go for $60. $68.82 was the sales price. My cost of goods was $8. I got this at a Goodwill in Texas, and my profit was $36.83. All right, that's everything in my top 10. So next we're going to talk about fast flips, and that is, to me, anything that sells in 14 days or less. I had only 5. And so that just goes to show that I was not listing a lot this week. In fact, let me go back and look and see how many listings I had new. Whew, I only listed 31. Yeah, guys, my goal is to list 10 to 15 a day. And I was lucky if I could get anything new listed in a day because I have to photograph stuff, which means I have to stand up on my feet, and yeah, this is just not happening. I'm really trying not to beat myself up about it. Believe me, I'm very depressed about the situation. Putting on a smile here. But anyhow, I did have 5 fast flips, and the first one was Crocs size, women's 10, men's 8, Reviva recovery slides. sandals, comfortable slip-on black gray. So the week before, I also sold some recovery slides in the brand UFOs. These are good to look for, recovery slides. I don't know if that's just a new trend. They're just slides, but they call them recovery slides. And I guess they're meant to be worn like after a day of working out or hiking or whatever. You'll put on your recovery slides. Sold in 14 days on Poshmark, full price sale of $25. I paid $1.06 because I did get these at the Denver bins, and my profit was $18.94. Next sale is something that came out of my own closet. It's a Montana West purse, German Shepherd dog, GSD, canvas tote bag, new pet dog mom. And it is adorable. I got this as a gift. I'm sorry to the person, if you're watching this, who gave it to me. I just never ended up using it, and it's so cute. Sold in 8 days on Poshmark through a customer offer of $20. I had it listed for $30. Montana West is a good brand. This I don't think was real leather on the straps. Sometimes they're real leather, sometimes they're not. Sold for $20, and so my profit was $16. The next two sales are more figs. Fig size small Chasma 3-pocket scrub top, dark space gray charcoal gray shirt. Sold in 8 days on Mercari through a customer bundle offer. The other part of the bundle was the figs size medium Livingston basic scrub pants, charcoal, classic fit, straight leg. They were the same color, but they were different sizes, so I didn't lot them together. But a customer bundled these and sent me an offer. I accepted, and that's when I realized that the shipping didn't update. And then together they were going to be more than £1, and all I had charged was for first class shipping. Now the problem is I can't just buy whatever label I want. Mercari had already sent me the first class label, and I didn't find any way where I could upgrade it. So I had to cancel the order. I sent them a message, let them know why, told them I'd create a bundle offer or a bundle and send them an offer. And we did all of this, and it all worked out, thankfully. But, you know, once you have to jump through some hoops, you know, you can lose a sale. But it worked out. Each one sold for $20. My cost of goods for the top was $4.34. My cost of goods for the bottoms was $7.61. And my profit for the top was $12.83. Profit for the bottoms was $9.56. So together my profit was $22.39 for that bundle. And my last fast flip is this Myra bag crossbody purse, canvas, retro vintage, bicycle print, adjustable, rustic. You can see from some of my sales, these are things that I could photograph while sitting down and just taking a picture of them on the table, the Crocs and the purses. This sold in 6 days on Mercari through a full price sale of $35. I had paid $10.81 at a Thrift Giant in Texas. That's just a thrift store chain there. And my profit was $19.17. So, you know, I am finding ways around my current disability. I have a hard or a bad habit of not listing the purses and the shoes and the home goods and all that kind of stuff that I pick up. For some reason, I just enjoy taking pictures on my dress forms more. Well, that requires me to stand and do a lot more. So I gathered up all my flat lay stuff basically and sat my chair down at my table and took photos that way. And I'm slowly getting those things listed. The last category is lessons learned. I have 2 things I want to talk about. And the first one is something that I'm just surprised didn't sell more quickly or for more money. It's an Everlane size medium wool blend half zip mock neck dark gray pullover sweater. I was so excited when I found this in the men's section. Well, it's a men's sweater, so no surprise that it was in the men's section. Because of the brand, but I don't know. And it's just a classic look. It's not like this style goes out, right? But it took 444 days to sell. Finally sold on eBay through a customer offer of $25. With my sale, I had listed for $37.05. So price sold with shipping was $33.82. I had paid $7.61. My profit was $9.46. I probably didn't comp this. I probably got excited to see the brand, that it was in great condition, that it was a classic look. It just did not sell quickly. So your gut does not always steer you correctly. And then the next lesson learned is a halogen size extra large tunic top asymmetrical hem boat neck stretch cranberry log and look. Sold in 397 days to sell through a customer offer of 14. I had it listed at 18. I paid probably 5, I'm guessing, because I didn't write it down. And my profit was only $6.04. Halogen is a Nordstrom Rack brand, I believe. At the time that I picked this up so long ago, I thought that was a good brand. I would be careful picking it up. I would comp it first and maybe pick it up based on style more. And this style is just not something a lot of people are looking for. I thought it was a cute top, but it took forever to sell. So lesson learned. That is everything from my last week of January, the last full week. I'll go over the last 2 days in my next sales update, where I'll also talk about January as a whole. It was a great month, and I'm not looking forward to a great month for February, just based on how much I've been able to list and knowing that I've got a few more hard weeks ahead of me, but I'm going to keep at it. And any encouragement you guys want to send my way is welcome. Leave me a comment, a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you later. Just keep listing. Got like moosh mouth.